From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 25th, 2023. Protest against the Knesset's passage of the Reasonableness law yesterday continued into the night last night and early morning hours today in Israel, with demonstrators blocking major roadways and highways, mainly in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. There were clashes with police who used water cannons and mounted police with claims of excessive force. A few dozen arrests were made. Also last night, a driver apparently deliberately plowed into a group of protesters blocking a road near Kfar Saba, lightly injuring 3 people. Police later arrested the suspected driver. And Israel's High Court will hear a number of petitions which were filed against the passage of the Reasonableness law, including from the Israel Bar Association and from the Movement for Quality Government in Israel. And economic repercussions of the law's passage were felt. Morgan Stanley downgraded Israel's sovereign credit to a dislike stance. And Moody's, while keeping Israel's rating at stable, issued a report today warning of significant risk to Israel's economy. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, together with Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, issued a statement dismissing the moves as a temporary response, saying when the dust clears, it will become clear that Israel's economy is very strong. And IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi shared a video message in response to the passage yesterday and the deep divide in Israel, and to those volunteer reservists who have said they would not show up for their volunteer positions if the bill were to pass. Halevi saying days of dispute and crisis require an emphasis on what we have in common and what unites us, the mission of defending the state of Israel. He said IDF reservists were cherished and their contribution immense, saying even for those who came to the decision with a heavy heart not to report to reserve duty, the IDF needs you. Only together are we able to protect the state of Israel. And staying with the IDF, Palestinian terrorists shot at Israeli soldiers this morning who were guarding an army post at the entrance to a small community of Shomronim, Samaritans, in Samaria, the West Bank. The IDF said a vehicle with 3 armed assailants opened fire toward IDF soldiers. In response, soldiers opened fire, neutralizing the terrorists, saying that weapons, cartridges, and military equipment were located and confiscated. The 3 terrorists were later claimed by terror group Hamas as members. And last night, Palestinian terrorists opened fire on a bus carrying Israelis. No one was hurt. The IDF said the shooting attack happened in the area of Huwara. There were no injuries. The bus was damaged. Israel finalized a free trade agreement with Vietnam today, Netanyahu calling it an important turning point. He said, we are formally signing an agreement that will expand our trade, which is robust, to be even more robust. Our cooperation, he said, creates new horizons that will make us more successful together in the future. Well, a first-of-its-kind initiative bringing Jewish organizations from around the world together to fight anti-Semitism was announced today by the Anti-Defamation League. The J7, the Large Communities Task Force Against Anti-Semitism, includes representatives from the United States, the UK, France, Germany, Canada, Argentina, and Australia. CEO of the ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt, said this new coalition of major organizations representing 7 large Jewish diaspora communities in liberal democracies will provide a formal framework for coordination, consultation, and formulating global responses to anti-Semitic threats against the Jewish people. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, July the 25th. At 7 o'clock, our late president, Mark S. Golub, leads a panel discussion on the state of American Judaism today. At 7:30, Rabbi Rick Jacobs, Rabbi Hara Person, and Dr. Andrew Rehfeld offer their vision for the future of the Reform movement. At 9, Rehfeld is featured on L'Chaim. At 10:30, Israeli director Idan Haguel talks about his film Concerned Citizen. And coming up next, it's the ILTV's Insider. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, July the 25th, 2023. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.